All right, that's many. But yeah, Jared Goff says that he wish he would have confronted Dan Campbell about the fourth down play. And then he explains why he didn't. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all our notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Like I said before, I had no problem with them not going for it. The kicker get paid for a reason. I wouldn't been mad at them putting it. A lot of people didn't like what I said, or some people didn't like what I said. I don't want to exaggerate, but yeah, too many people was hurt. We just seen Jamal Williams get stopped in the backfield right before that. So what you gonna do? Amara hurt. Josh Reynolds compromised. They went for it and they didn't get it. Then people would have been talking about kick it or a bad play, whatever. Like they went for it on 4 or 5 first downs and they got it. 5 fourth downs. How many other plays they really feel confident in without your top players in there is the $1 million question. So I just looked at it from that aspect. And a lot of people say you're just so critical of the Lions, and yeah, that's true. But I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I ain't gonna go out my way to hate. Some people think I do that, but I don't go out my way to hate. I'm gonna always keep it 100 from my point of view. And I agree with kick. I mean, it was the kick. It was a long kick. But had they had more healthy people and they not went with it, then I'd have been like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Had they been completely healthy, yeah, he should have went with for it. But it was too many injuries. And he was like, well, they getting paid too and all that. Yeah, but shit, man, he don't have no rapport with Hawkinson or DJ Shark like that. You know. So that's just how I looked at it. So I ain't mad at it. The kick was kind of, was long. Maybe they should have punted and pinned him. That would have been criticized and all that. But I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it one bit. It made too much. To me, it made too much. It made a lot of sense not to go for it. Honestly, regardless. Now, if they would have picked it up, it would have been a different game. But shit, Hawkinson, everybody else that would have been out there as a decoy. Then Quintez Cephas, he ain't played. I ain't seen him out there all season unless he been on special teams. All right, so you really gonna depend on Khalif Raymond? Now that's another conversation we need to have. He got Khalif Raymond playing over Quintez Cephas. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that speed on the outside with Reynolds and Shark. I mean, shit, Quintez Cephas should naturally be next up after Amon-Ra. But he said for the third time in 3 games, Detroit Lions had a different starting 5 along the offensive line. That's another point to be made. Injuries. And while injuries continue to play a role front, this marks the first time Lions bench lineman in favor of another. After starting the first 2 games, right guard, high tie. Okay, where are we getting at? Can we get to the Goff part? They talking about some other crap. Regret not seeing more. He said, I wish I would have. Goff said, I didn't. As much as I wish I would have, that was a tough spot, man. It was a tough decision. Obviously, we make the field goal, stop them on defense. There's no question about it. It's tough. It was 4th and 4, and you're kind of in that tweener zone, and you can even discuss the punt in some scenarios. Ultimately, I think I wish I would have said something and I said that. I wouldn't have been mad at a punt neither. Something to Dan Campbell, I didn't. I'm sure he would have let us have it if we had done that. And yeah, he's a player's coach. He's a player's coach, but do you really trust Jared Goff? In that situation, yeah, they made a lot of big 4th downs, and the one they didn't get, it wasn't his fault. I didn't like the misdirection play call with Jamal Williams, but I ain't like. It was 4th and 4. It wasn't like it's 4th and 1. You know what I'm saying? I felt more comfortable, maybe 4th and 2. But everybody would have said what they would have did in hindsight. I mean, somebody posted this on social media earlier. Everybody would have want to say what they would have did if that was them. Everybody would have more. Dude, I would have did this, and I would have did that, and this what I would have did. That was me, and this that man. It's different than when you in that scenario. Man, I'll take a bullet for my mama. And then when it's come time to take a bullet, you freezing up. You know what I'm saying? Now you freezing up. Everybody can say what they would have did and what they in a situation that you ain't in. Everybody, we not did this. Man, look here, man. I probably would have punted it if I had to do it over again. I probably would have punted it. You know? So that's kind of what tip I would have been on, honestly. You know, but then again, he had injuries all up. Nobody talked about that aspect of it. Nobody. Nobody was like, they got the injuries and this, that, and the third. Nobody said that. You know, and then you got Jared Goff with his primary, Khalif Raymond, TJ Hawkinson, and DJ Shark. 2 of the 3 he don't have no connection with for real. Hawkinson and Shark this year. And we ain't seen too much of Khalif Raymond either. You know, I would like to see Quintez Cephas in that situation. But then again, he ain't played an awful lot. So we don't even know where he is, where his bill of health is at. You know, but, if you would have spoke up and said, well, let's go for it, Dan Campbell would have went for it for sure. Goff would have said, yeah, man, let's go for it. Why didn't you? Because he didn't want to be in that scenario. He know he didn't have his safety valve at Amon-Ra St. Brown. You know what I'm saying? He know he didn't have his other safety valve in Josh Reynolds and DeAndre Swift. He knew what was up. He knew what was up. And that's why they was 100% healthy. I don't think it's no doubt about it. They go for it, and how they was rolling in that game, even momentum was going around, they win it. But they had a lot of opportunities to put more points up, right? They had a ton of opportunities to put more points up, and they didn't. A game never comes down to one play. No matter if that's what it looked like, it never comes down to one play. It never comes down to just one play. You have so many different offensive snaps, that all matter. And they had a ton of opportunities where the defense gave them the ball back, got stops, and they should have scored more than 24 points. And that's the honest truth. Minnesota shouldn't even have been came back in the game. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota shouldn't have came back in the game. They shouldn't have. And look at it that way. It ain't one play. They should have put up more points in every game they've been in this season. Every game. And they didn't. They should have put up more points in every game. Talk about that. And they scored a good amount of points. They scored a good amount of points in every game. They did. They scored a good amount of points in every game. But it should have been even more. It should have been even more. So, but he should have spoke up then if he felt that strongly about it. That's it. But it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase the chance of notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify, Anchor. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Hold me down. But check out Detroit Lions playlist. Let me know what you girls and guys think. I know a lot of people weren't happy they didn't go with it, but had they won the game, we wouldn't be talking about it. But you gotta look at it from all aspects. His number 1, 2, and 3 option were not healthy. So just marinate on that for a minute. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what the business is. Peace.